Hey y'all, welcome back to the long video version of fixing the rattle on your Dodge. This is a 2015 5.7 V8 Ram. Now when you let go of the accelerator, you're going to hear a loud noticeable rattle anytime that you're close to structure that's next to the road. It's going to be a very noticeable rattle. We're not talking about the Dodge tick that everybody knows, like I mentioned in this short video, which is the camshaft, or it could also be a exhaust manifold gasket issue, which I'm hoping maybe what I'm doing will fix that also, but I doubt it, which unfortunately means it is a camshaft issue. So get your truck jacked up, get your tires off, get your wheel well guards off, then you can access the exhaust manifold in here. All right, and the tools you're going to need to do this is going to be a 9/16 wrench, ratchet, pass-through ratchet if you got one, pivoting ratchet wrench if you got one. You might need a breaker bar for these bolts back here where the donut's at, or the flange, what people call it, where that part goes to that part for those bolts. And they can be difficult to get off. They are held on with these two bolts right here, which have square nuts on them, which are guarded by these tabs. They're set into these tabs. I'm sorry if you can't see. And the tabs have these wings on them. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend these wings down so you can access this square nut. And then you're going to put a 9/16 wrench on there, which will lock in place once you start turning. Be careful you don't break these bolts. Spray some PB Blaster on there because they can be difficult to get off. You have limited room up in there to get those off of right there. The bolts that go onto the manifold itself are a good bit easier. There's going to be, I want to say, 8 bolts, like the short ones right here. 8 right here, which are going to go through there, so on and so forth. And then you have these stud bolts. The stud bolts also hold this on. This is the issue, which is apparently very common with these Dodges. The stud bolts, which hold on the heat shield right there, they snapped off. Now this is a fully intact one. The one you see right there is one that snapped off inside the block. And that's the biggest issue we're having. Hopefully yours is not this issue, but if you have that rattle, I got a feeling that they're broke off in the block also. So this one snapped off in the block back there in the, let's see if I can zoom in. There you go. See that white part? Yep. That one snapped off in there, and that hole right there dead in the center, there's one snapped off in there, I believe. So we have to pilot drill and easy out those guys. So you're going to take off the heat shield first. Then you're going to get to the exhaust manifold itself here. And here's the issue you can see. Here's the rattle that I'm talking about. It was doing that number right there. I mean, maybe not that extreme, but there you go, zoom out. This is a 3-piece gasket. You got your gasket material on right there, right? Then you got your metal gasket, and then there's another piece of metal gasket up underneath it. As you can see, the scorch marks on the bottom piece, on the other side where it mounts to, and right here where it was deteriorating and melting. Yeah, see this piece right here already fell off. So the 2 stud bolts which were mounted there, this broken stud bolt and another broken stud bolt, that was allowing the exhaust, when the RPMs hit, to rattle right there. And so it's scorching right here, which can cause later issues down the road if you don't address it. The whole kit I found on Amazon for like $37. And if you don't have broken off bolts, thank your lucky stars, but apparently it's a very common issue. So once you get the exhaust manifold off, you're going to get your wire wheel, either on angle grinder or drill. Hopefully you have one. If not, you're going to have to do it by hand with a wire brush and sandpaper and a lot of elbow grease. But you just get your wire wheel, you polish up these guys right here, make sure there's no gasket material left, and you're going to go up in there and do the same thing. Remember I said the scorch marks? You can see right there towards the front of the car, there are no scorch marks, but the further back we go, we start seeing discoloration on that silver piece. So that's where our rattling was coming from, guys. So now what we got to do is we're gonna have to get up in there with a drill, some oil, and some patience, and a tap, and we're gonna tap, and then we're gonna drill with a little drill, and then we're gonna hopefully use the easy out to easy out those broken off bolts.
A lot of patience.
My buddy Bean over there just said a lot of patience. He's helping me out, thanks to Bean Bruner over there. And so hopefully everything works out, and hopefully you get some use out of this video. I don't recall if I said the tools again. 9/16 wrench, ratchet wrench, pass-through ratchet, pivoting ratchet wrench, impact. For the driver's side, I was able to put together a whole bunch of extensions, and to get through up in there to get those bolts off where the flange is at, much easier, because on this side there's no room, and you're talking about little bitty turns at a time. And again, don't break those bolts. Blast them with PB Blaster. Blast everything with PB Blaster if you can. Let it set for a little while. And, you know, hopefully you don't hear a tink. If you hear a tink, then you just added more problems to your situation. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll be happy to try to answer them for you if I can. As always, good luck and Godspeed.